Facebook Live.
Yes.
Hey, Instagram.
Hey guys. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome. So glad that you're here today. It's going to be an exciting day, Kristen.
Yes, we are very excited about this lab event.
Yeah. So who are we?
I'm Kristen. I'm the Customer Experience Manager at Skin Therapeutic.
Hey, I'm Brian. I own the place. So I have to do a little bit of everything, I think. But yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah, it is fun.
What are we going to talk about today? I mean, this is like serious today.
Yeah. Okay, so today we are discussing neutralization. And I know that some of you out there have been doing chemical peels for years, but I really think this is going to be for someone who is brand new to chemical peels and also everybody in between to the experts. So we're going to be covering a lot of information, and we're going to try to keep it to 30 minutes. So if you guys need to we're going to try to keep it to about 30 minutes. But get your pen and paper ready. We are going to be diving into this neutralization and our peel preps, and just the neutralization process when it comes to chemical peels. So, but the reason why we think that this is important and it's a very educational video is because it's critical to know when to neutralize a peel and when to not neutralize, and in what order and how everything unfolds. And so this is going to be all of those things. Like, we're going to be covering all those things.
Totally. And I think this may be in our top 5 questions.
Yes.
It may be top 3. Yes. So we get more questions about neutralization than anything. And so since we get so many questions, we want to take a minute today and try to clarify some things. So I do take some notes. If you have a notepad, please do. Watch this video over and over again. We'll make sure that it's posted so you can get back to it. But I'm going to be very just elementary with you to start off. So let's just talk about neutralization. So what does that mean to neutralize something? So the short answer is when you have a chemical peel and you neutralize it, then you're just stopping it from working. Right. So it's not going to go in the skin anymore. It's going to stop continuing to break down those cells and exfoliate. So that's what it means to neutralize. So you stop it from working. If you want more of like a medical explanation, which I have found for you here, this is a dermatologist. This is Dr. Marie Jin, and so she explains neutralization this way. So she says a chemical peel is an acid. Acids have a very low pH level, so you want to neutralize it by making it alkaline and not acidic. The longer you wait to neutralize it, the deeper the chemicals will go, and sometimes that can do more harm than good. And so that's what we want to talk about today, and what we want to go through of when is the right time to neutralize, why do you neutralize, and what kind of neutralizers are there that you can use, and different things like that.
And please know that these are our protocols that we've developed for our products, including our peels and peel preps, as well as our sodium bicarb neutralizers. So we basically wrote these protocols so that you would get the most out of each treatment and the most out of the in-office visits that you get, and you can keep those clients coming back. I will say I have had peels with a peel prep, which we'll talk about those with neutralization, and then I've had peels without a peel prep, and I get better results when a peel prep is used instead of acetone, because it's lowering that pH, it's bringing that blood to the surface, and it's just a really I think it's beneficial at getting the most out of your peel, out of your treatment. Absolutely,
I agree too. And I think what might be fun today, I know this is serious, but it might be fun if every time we say neutralize you can take a drink. Right? It's like, it's going to be a lot, let me just tell you. So, if you're watching this later and it's actually, 5:30 or whatever.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. You can have an adult beverage, but right now we're going to stick with coffee. So,
cheers.
Neutralize. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Okay, now we are ready.
So, what's the difference between a neutralizing peel or needing to neutralize and then using self-neutralizing peels?
Well, let's explain the difference between the two peels.
Okay.
So there are some peels that do need to be neutralized, and those are going to typically be AHA peels. So what that means is the AHA peels are mandelic, lactic, and glycolic. So these must be neutralized in order to stop working. In order to stop breaking down the skin, then you have to apply a neutralizer to those peels. Higher concentrations of these chemical peels If you don't neutralize them, then they will continue working even after your clients leave, and it could cause some dark spots, hyperpigmentation, possibly even a chemical burn if you leave them on and you don't neutralize them. So those are going to be your AHA acids. And then I just did the whole thing, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Did I do it
It's
okay?
all good. Yeah,
Okay,
I think that's great.
We have a script, like we're on the news or something.
I feel like we're more entertaining than the news anchors, though.
Yeah, like somewhere in between the news and Saturday Night Live.
We are not that good.
Not Saturday Night Live. I am in my mind. And then you have the BHA peels. Those are the ones that are going to be self-neutralizing, or another word that people use is self-limiting is another peel. Basically, that means the peel is going to stop working after about 10 minutes. So you can leave it on the skin. You don't have to apply a neutralizer to those. So in our line, all of the salicylic acids and our Jesner peels as well. Even though some of our Jesners, they do have AHAs in them, the salicylic acid in them is going to make them where they become self-neutralizing.
Yes.
So they are going to stop themselves in that. So what else on that do you think you want to add about the...
I just think knowing which peel you're going to use, and then adding a peel prep on top of that, really helps you customize the treatment for your client. And so if you have somebody that comes in with a skin condition like acne, your first instinct is salicylic. So you can do salicylic, to treat the oil or whatever. We also have an anti-oil peel prep. So if you did a salicylic on them last time, you don't have to continue doing salicylic. You can use the anti-oil peel prep and use a different peel, and that way you're getting acid rotation and leaving their skin confused, kind of like muscle confusion, and I think it treats the condition better that way.
Yeah, I think so too. I think honestly a lot of confusion with when to neutralize and when not to neutralize is because our peel preps contain acids in them.
Yes.
And so you have to think on the front end about the treatment and what it's going to look like at the end. So you have to know, okay, what peel prep am I going to use? And then what peel treatment am I going to use? Because you can put a neutralized peel, which is the peel prep, with a self-neutralizing peel at the end, but you need to know when to neutralize because you're only going to neutralize once. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, but let me just say this. Our protocols call for using the peel preps at the beginning of the treatment in place of something like acetone.
Right.
And so that's what they're designed for. So the things that it's going to do, it's designed to degrease the skin, to get any debris that cleansing doesn't get off of the skin. And it really does a wonderful job of preparing the skin for the peel treatment itself to begin to work really well, because it's going to lower the pH of the skin and also open the pores. So by the time you get to the peel treatment, it's really, really ready to receive that, and you're going to get better results. That's the ultimate thing, is that with our peel preps added to the peel treatment, you're going to get a much better result.
Right. I like using the peel preps, like you said, because it lowers the pH and you really get more out of the peel that way. So this is just going to maximize what you can do is in office treatments, and then you're going to keep getting those clients back. This is all about return business and repeat business. So
yeah, that's what I love about the customization, because when you're thinking about somebody that comes in for a treatment, you can look at, okay, what type of skin do they have? What are the skin conditions that we're trying to treat? And then how can I put together a really good treatment that's going to get the best results, whether it's a series of chemical peels or whatever you're doing in that. But the peel preps can definitely help you get there. So if you have somebody that you are working with acne, then obviously you want to choose the anti-oil. That's going to do well with that.
It's got salicylic
in
the
it.
peel prep.
Glycolic is typically really good for somebody with rough skin, patchy skin or something like that. It's just going to penetrate a little bit deeper. And then the lactic is going to add moisture.
Yes.
And so if you're working with somebody with dry skin, then that's always a good prep to use.
Yes. And I think it's important that we do some demonstration, not just talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw out some examples there of using self-neutralizing peels with a peel prep, when to neutralize, and then also the AHA peels that need to be neutralized with a peel prep as well. So let's do a little demonstration. So what he was talking about, the peel prep. So the anti-oil is one of my favorites because it's got lactic and salicylic in it. So it's 15% lactic, 3% salicylic. And so it's not going to dry you out, but it's also going to get that oil under control. So people that have acne, this is a really, really, really good peel prep for those clients and those patients. And what I like to do is pair this one with a glycolic or a lactic peel instead of the salicylic, just because you get acid rotation. The glycolic with the anti-oil is one of my faves. And so in this, using these two products, I've got the anti-oil peel prep and the glycolic peel. This peel needs to be neutralized. So in this instance, if I were doing this treatment, I would neutralize at the end of the treatment. Right. So another example would mean, like if we were doing someone that has, deals with hyperpigmentation or, dark spots, that kind of thing, I'd consider doing the glycolic because it penetrates deeper, and then doing like a light Jesner Bright peel, which has that hydroquinone in it, which is going to be really good for those spots. Since the light Jesner Bright is a self-neutralizing peel, we would do, can you hold that for a second?
I sure can.
We would neutralize after the prep. So it would go prep, neutralization, and then peel.
Right.
And the reason why the neutralization goes in between these two is because this is a self-neutralizing peel, but the prep needs to be neutralized. So it would go prep, neutralization, peel.
Right. Yeah. So here's what happens if you don't neutralize after this. If you're using a self-neutralized peel, then that peel prep is going to continue working.
Right.
Because you don't want to put any neutralizer at the end of the peel after a self-neutralizing peel.
Yes.
And so what will happen is your client will then leave, and then that will continue to work. The glycolic will, or whatever other AHA that you happen to use in that. And so it's really critical that you understand from the get-go, how's the treatment going to go? Are you using a self-neutralizing peel with a peel prep that needs to be neutralized, so you know when to actually apply the neutralizer.
Right.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to let you know, if you have any questions. I know this is kind of confusing. We've been saying the word neutralization or neutralize so many times. I'm like getting tongue-tied. But if you have any questions about a treatment or anything that you're seeing, with your clients or in office, send us an email, and we are happy to help you, kind of decide a regimen or a plan with their peels. And then if you have a question about when to neutralize in that, in the in-office treatments, just let me know that too. If you have any questions, email, call us.
And there are different ways that you can neutralize. We are very big proponents of sodium bicarb to neutralize, and there's a couple reasons why. You can use this or distilled water. Distilled water versus this, the distilled water has a lower pH. This has a higher pH than distilled water, so it actually raises the pH of the skin when you neutralize faster. And so it can also, anytime you neutralize, whether it's this or distilled water, it's going to light that skin on fire. You're going to feel it because the pH is coming back up, and it's stopping that peel from working.
It's like a rush of heat. I don't want to, you said light it on fire. I don't want them to feel like it's like...
Yeah, there's no flames that shoot out of people's eyes.
Nothing like that. No. It's just a rush of heat all of a sudden, and then it just like, just washes away. It's so great. It's just the rush of, and you're like, woo, you can feel it heat up, you feel spicy for a minute, and then it just calms it down. It's really great. It does.
So with this 30 seconds to a minute, then it's going to calm right down, but you will hear people go, woo, I feel that,
just
when
have that handheld
when
fan
you apply that. So the handheld fan is good, but we do like the sodium bicarbonate neutralizer a lot better, just for the effectiveness of it and how well it neutralizes the skin before your clients leave. I do want to say, let's say one more thing too, just to make sure we're clear. So let's say that we're going to use a lactic peel prep, which does have to be neutralized, and maybe we're going to pair it with a lactic peel.
There you go.
So those are basically the same, and you would not have to neutralize after the peel prep. You wouldn't neutralize until the very end of the treatment.
Right, so it would go
so
peel prep, peel,
here,
Neutralization.
right? So same thing if I was going to do a lactic peel prep and a glycolic peel. Both of these are AHA, so you would not neutralize until the end. So let's say, let's throw some Jesner in there. Let's get big. Let's go ultra Jesner.
Woo.
What if, you're really dealing with some hyperpigmentation that you
Yeah.
want to address, some sun damage or different things. So you're going to go with the lactic peel prep to really keep the skin from drying out, and then you're going to neutralize there, because once you put this bad boy on, you don't want to interrupt it.
Right.
And sometimes you do have to. I will say that for the stronger peels, if you have hot spots or you can tell that there are red spots or something on their skin, it's totally okay to put neutralizer on there, but they are designed to work really well within about a 10-minute period. So,
And then they stop.
And then they stop, so you get the most of it. So if you do neutralize on a self-neutralizing peel just because your client is uncomfortable, then I think that's okay, but just know that they may not get the full effect. Which brings another point. Please, 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 throughout the entire process, every time you apply a layer, every time you apply, whether it's the peel prep or the peel, ask your clients, hey, how are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain level?
How spicy do you feel?
How spicy do you feel? I typically like to say, if they're about a 7 or 8 spicy, then you probably don't want to add any more layers. If they're 3 to 5, you can probably continue. And any peel treatment shouldn't last more than 10 minutes. So your skin absorbs about all it's going to absorb in 10 minutes. And like I said, the self-neutralizing peels are going to stop anyway.
Yeah. So that's a lot of information in a very short time. But I really think we've explained it how we can explain it.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, we'll take questions. You can call us,
yes,
email us.
Even
if it's
direct
clear as
message
mud.
us. Yeah, it is clear as mud.
Yeah.
You can DM us on Facebook and Instagram, and we will get to your questions. And then call, email, whatever you feel, whatever's the most comfortable for you. And like I said earlier, we can walk you through a treatment that you may be thinking about for a particular client. We can suggest some stuff, and then we can actually talk through the process if you need to. Do we have a protocol written out for our neutralization peels and stuff?
Within the protocol, then it tells you when to neutralize things. But what I am working on is kind of a flow chart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm making some changes, so it'll be like a 1-page flow chart that will show you at the very top what to pick. If you pick this peel and you pick that peel, then you go this way and that way, and it weaves all in and out, and then bam, great results.
That's great. Well, like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us anytime. And I think we're good. We did this in 17 minutes.
Wow, man.
That's a lot of information in 17 minutes.
It is.
That's so funny.
But can't wait to hear from you guys. Please, we'll watch the video later too. We'll post it so you can do some different things with it. You can watch it, take more notes, whatever you need to do.
Yes.
And we're still going to be doing these on a regular basis, so we'll let you know when the next one comes out. If you haven't subscribed to our email list,
please subscribe.
Yeah.
We send emails out, reminder emails out on Tuesdays, and then on the day of, we'll do like a 15-minute reminder. We do not reminder emails on Tuesday. We do announcement emails on Tuesdays. So that includes specials. That includes, what's going on at Skin Therapeutic, and then stuff like the Facebook Live.
Yeah,
So.
and the goal of the Facebook Live is really, this one was really educational,
Instagram Live too.
and Instagram Live, but that's our point. We want to be able to provide you guys with some information and some things that are going to help you get the best results and grow your business. That's what we always want to do, and so that's always going to be the purpose behind those, so we can't wait to do more.
Yeah, well, contact us if you have any questions. Thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thanks guys.